Are we looking for love for the wrong reasons? That's the question I asked myself after a tough breakup. In his book, Fix Your Love Life, Gary Jones explains something. Many of us try to fix something missing inside us by being with someone else, but it does not work. But today, for day 17 of my challenge to read 60 books in 60 days, I'm going to share with you what I learned. How embracing solitude might be the key to truly love and loving better. The key to understanding why we love for the wrong reasons is to understand the mechanism of the toxic relationships, or why we sometimes walk into relationships but for the wrong reasons. We often walk into relationships for a reason, and this reason usually is an issue of us we want to fix. The one who will have the honor to be called our partner is often the one in which we see our solutions, or we see the answer to our questions. That's where things begin by. We have an issue in the first place, we want to fix it. That's why we walk into a relationship. This issue usually might be emotional, solitude, or loneliness, or we feel anxious, or we feel too stressed. We always have an emotional reason. We have an emotional problem we want to fix. That's why we see. It is only the one in which we see the comfort that will have the honor to be called our partner. But this problem is not always an emotional one. This problem may also be a financial one. We need money, and it is only the one in which we see the solution to our problem who will have the privilege to be called our partner. It begins there. And then we walk into the relationship. We are in the relationship, and the second problem comes in. And this problem is that we are seeking the same love than, yes, we are seeking the same relationship than our parents. We are seeking the same relationship that our friends. We are seeking the same relationship that the one we once read in the book. The way it was described, it seemed so romantic. It was so good. And we wanted the same life. And we wanted our partner to be exactly like this girl in the book. When we walk into a relationship, we come with a clear idea of what a relationship should be or what a relationship shouldn't be. Our partner must be like our ex. She's supposed to behave like our ex. If she does not behave like our ex, our relationship shouldn't be there like this. Our relationship shouldn't be like this. She has to behave like our ex. Oh, that's where the problem begins. Because we put the pressure on our partner, and we put the pressure on ourselves because we want our relationship to be in a certain way. We already expected this. We always leave our relationship with an iconic ideal. We put a certain pressure on ourselves and on our partner for the relationship to be like this one. And this pressure is often too hard and too much for us to bear. And when we reach that point, we begin to see the imperfections of the other. We begin to see their mistakes. We begin to realize how much they are ugly. We begin to understand that they are not worthy of our love. Yes, the relationship is already becoming toxic because we just wanted them to be like our ex. We wanted them to be like our mom or our dad. Yep, since the beginning of our relationship, we have denied our partner the space to be like they truly are, but we expected them to be good enough for us. That's why our relationship has become so toxic. No matter how toxic this relationship is, no matter how unhappy we are in this relationship, never will us break up. Why? Because of the society. We want the society to applaud us. We want it to recognize that we've been together for 20 years. We want them to see us happy. We want them to admire us. So we don't want to break up. We don't want this shame of telling to people that we are no longer together. So we just stick together because we have to stick together anyway. Oh, the book the book has an example. Since we don't want the society to see who we are, we just fake everything. We've been loving for the wrong reasons. How to fix it? It begins by understanding that it's impossible for our partner to be like our mom or our dad or our ex. And since our partner cannot be like our dad or our mom or our ex, we are the one who's supposed to change. Even though you walked into the relationship because you have an issue to fix, this does not mean that you are supposed to stay after 20 years to stay the same, stay with the person just because you want this person to fix our issues. You can learn to love. And usually we learn to love in the relationship. We really fall in love even though we have worked into this relationship because we used to see into this person the solution to our problems. The thing for you to do is to look into yourself because you cannot change this person. Your girlfriend cannot become your ex. It's impossible. But you can fix something within you. And this is my solution. About 10 months ago, I broke up with my girlfriend. I didn't know the reason, but I just gave reasons. I just explained to her that I needed more space. And I said what every man usually will say to the girl. She tried to explain everything to me, and I always said no. And today, as you may guess, reading 60 books in 60 days, meaning really reading one book every day, you don't have the time to do another thing that reading books, praying, or working. And I spend most of my time alone and I'm thinking, I'm understanding, realizing so many things. The relationship I ended 10 months ago, today, I finally understand the mistakes I used to make, the suffering I used to cause to my girlfriend. And I know who I was in this relationship. And not only in the relationship, I can see my overall life today, the mistakes that I used to make, the way I was living, the life, how unhappy I was in my life. Today, I understand it. After only 17 days, I see my life like I never seen it before. Everything is clearer to me because I spend time alone. When you are with yourself, you know you can see yourself like you've never seen yourself before. You understand what truly love is. I swear to God, after these 60 days of challenge, the man I will be, the way I will behave in my relationships, with my parents, with my friends, the things that I will do, I will do them differently. Because before I used to do things because like I felt I needed to do them. But today, after what I understood, since I spent quite much time, all my time alone, like I should say, I understand and I see clearly what I really want in my life. Try to stay alone only for some days, or not for 60 days like I'm doing. This is crazy, don't do that. But try to spend some time alone, only with yourself. You will see clearly who you are, what you want in your relationships. Yes, the first thing I understood is what I really wanted in my relationships. I hope this book was useful for you. And this book, it was deep. I really loved it, and I recommend anybody to read it. I never really quite do any recommendations when it comes to this series of 60 books in 60 days, but this book is definitely a must read if you are like me, somebody who struggles in relationships. You will understand so many things. I will see you tomorrow for day 18 then. Bye bye.